Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for Just Ask Jade. I'm so happy to be here today. I had a wonderful question from Karen, and did she lose her psychic abilities or her sensitivities over a smudge that she just performed? Now, Karen wrote in and she said that her office herself were smudged and that she wanted to get rid of this negative energy, but before it was done, that she could think of things that would happen, or she would think of someone and seconds later, they would call, or she would ask for things to happen and they would happen. And so since she's done this smudge, all of these things have just vanished, disappeared. She's not able to sense these things or make these things happen anymore. And I'm going to tell you, Karen, so many people come to see me, and in my practice as a psychic medium, there are so many people that lose the ability to feel things or wonder why they're not able to sense even certain energies around that they were able to sense before. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes there are reasons for that. So let me explain that. So first of all, smudging, really the intention of smudging is to really clear negative energy out of the way, and really it's really to create positive energy. And so when we're smudging, this is automatically what happens. And it doesn't really matter what you smudge with, and I have a great video on that, check it out. But I'm going to tell you, I believe that sometimes that we're going through some personal transitions or changes in our lives that really deter the ability to feel certain things. And I believe that sometimes our focus is so great on what it is that we're undergoing in terms of these changes that we're not able to focus like we did before or feel the things that we normally do feel when it comes to these types of gifts. Now, sometimes full attention is needed to these changes or transitions, and so Spirit will see fit that you're not feeling these things, or you're just not going to sense things around you. And that's very, very normal. A lot of people go through these lulls. Now, the thing is, if you're not using these abilities, Karen, on a regular basis, sometimes they can go on idle a little bit. And I'm going to tell you, a person like myself that practices every single day, that opens herself up to these types of things, really always feels connected. But someone that doesn't do it as often, may lose that feeling of that connection. Now, resting, also really kind of helps get that back. But really, sometimes Spirit works in very mysterious ways, and sometimes there are changes coming ahead for us, and sometimes our gifts actually change. They expand or they get a little deeper, and sometimes we lose the sense of things that we had before, but we've expanded them. And so there's a possibility that your soul is growing and that you're ready to make another spiritual type of leap in feeling what it is that you need to help others. And really, when we're helping others, when we're open to that kind of thing, we always feel connected. So I'm going to tell you, if you're not feeling that these things are coming back soon enough for you, don't fret, my pet. Sometimes it takes a little while, but I would tell that what you need to do, Karen, is you need to reconnect. And if not, naturally, you could do a little kickstart. And what I do is I meditate. I open up, my senses to receiving. I ask to receive. But some people can't meditate. They can't quiet their minds enough for that. So what I suggest is that you grab yourself a great hypnotherapy CD for anxiety and start retraining the brain to, be positive, to reaffirm what it is that you want, and to be positive about it, and to know that that's going to come back. It just doesn't disappear with a smudge, sweetie. So just to let you know that. Now, the thing is, you have to give yourself that permission to know that you're going to feel again. If you think that it's going to go away, you're only going to hinder yourself. What I would also suggest you do is practice. Write down some stuff that you think you may be feeling, to see if they do come about. And if they do, that maybe you're just not trusting yourself again, because maybe you just lost that sense for a little while. People usually lose those types of things as they grow up. So children that are able to see at the age of 4 or 5 may not see or sense again, yet some children tend to carry it right through into their adult life. So Karen, if you're an adult, and of course you are, I'm going to tell you that it's just not something you would lose overnight unless you're taking some medication that would hinder that type of ability, is the only other thing that I could really think of. So I would give my body a break, give my mind a break. If you're going through some personal transitions, changes, that kind of thing, maybe just to reassess and refocus your energies on what needs to be done in order for you to move forward. I would definitely keep on smudging my area to keep my area very positive, and I would keep on asking my spirit guides to enlighten me as much as they possibly can and remain positive. Again, giving yourself that permission to know that you're going to feel again. Don't worry about that. I want to thank you so much, Karen, for writing in. Everybody who watches my videos here at Just Ask Jay, if you have a burning desire to know something, please go ahead and just ask me any question little heart desires. I'd be so happy to read your questions. Until next video, I hope you're having a great week. I love you guys, and we'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.